it's Bridgette. So I went to all these lengths to vlog this morning. Not that much lengths, I guess. I had to go find something to record with a microphone, because in the other room, my son fell asleep in the other room in the living room, so he's on the couch. And so I have to be quiet because this is a kitchen. And I set that up, got my journal. I'm using the little love seat that we have that the dog usually sits on. Louie kind of claims this as his couch, and made my tea and my coffee, and I have everything to chat with you. And I got down to do it, and I don't know. So then the sun starts coming out. So check this out. Sunrise. Do you see this like orangey, cascading orange? You won't be able to see the sun itself because it's just so bright now because of the white, the snow and all that. But look at this. What is this thing here that's coming in? Anybody know what this is? Anybody? Yeah. Somebody the other day was surprised when I said that. I said on my Above Life channel, on a channeling video, that spirit can be multiple places at once, and they were kind of surprised by that. Well, I understand that it's hard to wrap our brains around anything that's conceptually like spiritual, because it's just like nothingness. It's like no thing. It doesn't have like a body or a body kind of a form, matter, mass, like you can't touch it. It's hard for the brain to even understand anything like that. Look at this. Let's watch this here. A special guest, the sun. But I said, I always explain it like this, that spirits are like your grandma or any spirit, okay? Angels, etc. Deities, God, goddess aspects are like the rays of the sun. Like the sun is the big source, right? And the rays of the sun are its light. And so just like us as our spirit is our source, and the rays of that can be shared in multiple ways, different aspects of ourselves, different geographic locations, etc. It doesn't there's no body, so there's no pinpoint of a location. It's everything and nothing. It's so hard for the brain to understand this. I never had any philosophy classes in college, and I'm glad. I think I would have been very confused, especially because I was such a type A driven personality at that time that I don't know that I would have even understood any of it. I would have understood nothing of it. So let's watch this. Look, can you guys, I hope you guys can see this. Oh, I just moved you can still see the shadow part. What is this? Oh, it looks like a person. Oh, literally, I just saw go like this. Do you see that? So I've been working with Goddess Isis lately. She says, as she uses her Elvis Presley mug with green tea in it, which was a gift from one of the viewers sent this to me a couple of years ago. Thank you, you know who you are. Taking care of business, all right. So I've been working with Isis a lot, and I've been introduced to 3 aspects of goddesses, deities that work with her, that are all close with her, and so they feel like one and the same, but yet different parts of the whole. Let's say it that way, okay? Because it's kind of hard to explain, especially when we're personifying deities, personifying God aspects, personifying source, personifying guides. We have to be creative and allow it to be fluid. And so I've been working with Isis, but also with Sekhmet and Bastet. Bast has been with me a long time, as long as probably Isis has, but now Sekhmet is showing up. She's like the lioness-looking Egyptian goddess, and Bastet is the black cat-looking goddess, and then Isis, most people know who Isis is. She's a lunar goddess, she's a midwife, she's got a lot of different attributes, and she's a healer and a leader. There's a lot about Isis, okay, the goddess. Reclaiming her name, that's for sure. All right, so I was going to show you guys this. So this came yesterday. This was my gift to myself for my birthday. It is an Ankh, which is actually a tattoo that I would love to get, which reminds me of Isis, of course, the Ankh. Beautiful. It's like a key to me. This looks like a key. This is a key. It means life. you know, life, alive. Okay, so let's watch this and see if there's any cool kind of vibes you're picking up. Obviously, we've got the gold and the yellow colors and the orange colors, so we're looking at two of the lower chakras. Well, actually, the belly, the center is more in the center. So the solar plexus, where your spirit is, and then the energy of this. I hope this comes out on camera. I can see it myself, so I hope you guys can see it. The orange is that sacral chakra. So that sacral chakra is really deep and low belly. This is my divine feminine. I have such a passion for divine feminine. As you probably well know, I'm such an advocate for the spirit of women, right? I've always been in all the jobs I've ever had, and everything that I've done intuitively and spiritually is always about advocating for the spirit of women, right? Just advocating for that power within us to lead with that energy. And I've had other mentors and human guides along the way that have helped to support that path for me. So I thank them very, very much during this time. And during this time of year, I really connect with that sacral energy, that goddess energy, because it's like a grounded, a wholeness, a fullness in the womb space. So the low belly, the womb, the place of creation, whether you've actually had physical children or not, whether you have a uterus or not, it doesn't matter. That womb space is an etheric, energetic, honoring temple space for us. Whether you're in a masculine body or a feminine body, there is that energy of that sacral chakra, that womb of creation within. And this energy is kind of reminding me of that. And then with that yellow, now it's kind of pulling its energy back in, so it's going within. It's not going away. When you can't see it or sense it so strongly, what's happening with energy is it's integrating many times. If you're allowing, if you're present to receive, it's actually integrating. When that energy kind of fades, or when you don't quite feel that person, that afterlife deity, that guide, that archangel, that afterlife friend, that pet, you don't quite feel them as much as you used to. It's because their energy is becoming one with you. It's becoming a part of who you are, a part of your expression. And so you're honoring them in that way. And so, the yellow is actually also connected to the lunar god, the sun god. And so it balances for me. So Isis is a lunar god, so a moon goddess. And then Lugh is the energy of a sun god, or Ra, many names for the same energies, okay? Many names. There's African god, goddess, deity names, which I just discovered a YouTube channel that talks about that. I thought that's so fascinating. I want to learn more about that and that different aspects, because I have some of the Hindu god, goddess aspects. I've worked with people that have them as guides, and some of the Buddhas and the Taras or the Taras and that kind of, the green Tara, etc., that kind of thing, white Tara, etc. And so I've seen different faces and the Egyptian goddesses and the Greek goddesses and the gods and that kind of thing, but I haven't, and then like shaman and spirit animals and that kind of thing, but I haven't the African goddesses. I do have one client that has 3 African deities, beautiful African women deities, unbelievably really powerful, but really like earth, like they really hold this mother, this strong sense of mother as just total, talk about embodiment right in that low belly, right in that sacral chakra. It's really inspiring. So I'm going to learn more, hopefully, about that. I stumbled across it because I was looking up information about Sekhmet, because I was trying to discern between her and Bast. And I was like, my brain was going, how are they the same person? Are they one that was separated? Like, how is this? And I just couldn't come to terms with it. So I looked it up to see if there was any kind of mythology around it, because there are a lot of stories around our deities, gods, and that kind of thing. And so I thought, well, what is the story? And so I listened to it a bit so I could understand. So then I found this African goddess channel. I'm like, oh, so cool. So looking forward to learning more about that. So the sun god, I'm myself, Lugh, who is more of a Celtic god, who I love, who actually right in front of me, I have my Celtic tree oracle book and cards and oghams. I love that energy. That's part of my lineage. But the divine feminine energy, that comes through is really about that balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It's not one or, it's not either or, it's this and, two parts that make the whole, and that divine union allows us to, and then I'm seeing the Vesica Pisces, which is a sacred geometry symbol, which allows us to birth that new reality of the two that are joined, of the fullness, the wholeness that becomes who we are. And so lots of information here. I guess I turn on the camera and I'm sitting here and I'm feeling like, what am I going to talk about? I was having a crappy day yesterday, did a vlog and said, hey, today I'm having a crappy day, and it happens. Just the energy feels low, and I'm a human body and I'm affected as a mass of matter. I'm affected. And so too do you have days like that. And then this morning, sunrise is coming up and it's colorful and the sky's colorful. I wouldn't say I feel this tremendous like woohoo hope or anything like that. I feel some, and I feel all I need is a sliver. All I need is a sliver. Get my foot in the door, you know. I didn't even put a makeup on yet this morning, and I'm doing a video, so that says a lot. It's like, I'm gonna show up, come as I am. But I got my hope mug to cheer me up, to keep me positive. I ordered new coffee too, so I'm going to test it out, and if I like it, I'll recommend it to you. Super easy to make, another different type of mushroom coffee too. So I've got my mushroom coffee, and I've got my green tea, I've got my Isis bracelet, and I was able to talk to you a little bit about the divine feminine. And during this time of year, so I'm recording this at the end of January, it's like the 24th, I think, the 24th of January, 2021. And my birthday is coming up in a little over a week from tomorrow, and I think it's a week from tomorrow. Yeah, it's coming up the week after. It's in February, early February. No, it's not the first week of February. Nope. It's coming up a couple weeks. Let's say that, a couple weeks. And I usually do, it's a cycle for me to kind of connect back into divine feminine, to really get the empowerment myself to go into the low belly, the symbolism of that womb space, and just be held there, and to allow myself to come back in or recommit to life in a way that is most appropriate for who I am now, as I'm integrated in all of my skills and all of the things that matter to me. Because what matters to you does change over time, because we go through different processes and stages of life, right? So when my kids were little, I had a totally different focus and different desires and different dreams at that time. They looked a little bit different, right? You can relate to this, especially if you're like an empty nester. And right now I have a high school senior, another one. I know, I got 1 year break, and now I have another high school senior. I had one a couple years ago. I got another one. And he's trying to figure out college and navigating that during a time of where we don't really know health-wise if people are going to have vaccinations, or what college will even look like in the fall, and how that's going to be. And he really wants to go. He's definitely college bound for sure. He's like a smarty pants, and he likes school. So those two things together, that's good. He likes school and he's smart. So those are two good things. I mean, he'll have struggles in other areas, but at least he's got those two good things, you know. So I see a shadow on my nose, and it looks funny. It looks like somebody punched me in the nose, but they didn't. I hope it doesn't show up like that in camera. See, look, I'm like so randomly like, like I notice every little thing. In fact, you know what I wish you guys, here's a random thought, extend with spiritual thoughts. This kind of stuff I think about. I was like, you know what would be cool to get like knit hats? My hair is kind of puffy right now because I haven't cut it. I just didn't feel like it. Because I wasn't really feeling a vibe of like, how do I want to look this year? What do I want to do for my style? How do I want to wear my hair? What feels good? And it's winter, so it's cold, so I don't want to like get it all shaved really short again because it's too cold. Even just walking around the house. But here's the thing, like just get like knit hats and like put knit hats on and just wear knit hats with my bangs sticking out or something. Wouldn't that be just so cute? That could be like a thing. But like I'm getting kind of older, so I don't know if that's like a thing. Like my high school kids look at me like, what are you doing? Like when I wear stuff that I like, they're like, Mom. I'm like, what? I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's just Mom. Like, I'm super colorful. I like to wear bright stuff. I shouldn't say that. I like to wear bright stuff, but like leopard print, for example. We could have a whole conversation in a vlog about leopard print and when it's appropriate and at what age limit or, I mean, I don't know. I personally think that you can wear whatever the heck you want, whenever you want to wear it, and it's up to other people to just deal with it. But when you have kids, you know, you think about that. You're like, it kind of makes you question a little bit, which is weird because usually the judgment will come from other people or society or social norms, like on the soccer field and that kind of thing. I definitely felt that when I was soccer mom and all that. But now I'm like, what? I mean, they just kind of look at me fine, like, okay, whatever, Mom. Usually it's with the Christmas, now that I think about it, it's usually with all my Christmas attire because I'm really a Christmas geek. I wear like Christmas t-shirts every day. Today's attire, speaking of fashion, let's just talk about what we wear, right? How stuff inspires you, right? Like having a mug that says hope inspires you, right? Like honestly, it's like, okay, a reminder. This is my handwriting, by the way, if you haven't seen this already. It's in the link below. You can actually purchase it. It's my new merch for the year. But this sweatshirt is a Haunted Mansion sweatshirt, which could bring up a whole conversation about how much I miss Disney World. And it's long. It's kind of a long sweatshirt, so I can wear it with the leggings. I have it just with sweatpants on right now. But oh my gosh, Haunted Mansion. Oh, I miss Disney so much, you guys. But I put it on because I had the opportunity this week to go to Florida, actually, if I wanted to. But I shouldn't say if I wanted to. If I could bring myself to do it. But I just can't, because of all the health scare stuff going on, and I have a family, and I don't have the luxury of just like going to a hotel for a week after I come back to isolate myself and stay away from my family until I get tested, just to make sure I don't have any kind of illness bringing back into the home after I travel. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't do it, and it sucks. It's ripping me apart. I think that's part of why I was having a major like human day yesterday, where I literally sat in bed with my journal, which I have my journal today too. Isn't this pretty? Super sidetracked. Hello, Bridgette attention deficit. Yeah, look at that. I think that really contributed a lot to it. But this morning when I woke up, I thought, I'm gonna put this on, and it's cozy, it's soft inside. I'm just gonna wear it and just let myself be wrapped up in this idea of maybe I will plan a trip for the future, maybe later on this year, maybe in this summer, it'll be a little more safe, or maybe I'll drive. Maybe there'll be other things that I could do to have that experience, because it's been almost a year now. It'll be a year in February since I've gone any place, and I am one of those people that I need to travel. I need to be out of my house and doing my own thing, doing Bridgette stuff, me as just an adult human in the world, without me as the mom, me as the wife, me as the one that plans it for everybody, that kind of thing. Worrying about everybody else's needs, packing for other people. I just need to be able to worry about myself for like 3 days, 5 days. That's not too much to ask. And I usually get to do it like 3 times a year, or at least twice a year. Last year, of course, many of us were homebound, and we still are homebound. In good conscience, you guys, I want to go so much. Part of me is just like, I'm just going to go. Like, I'm not afraid for myself. I just want to be clear. I'm not afraid for myself, but I couldn't. I would feel just awful if I came home, and because you guys might not know this. Hey, this will be a long vlog, I guess. Might as well get comfortable, get to know Bridgette. My husband is quite a bit older than I am. He's in his 60s. And so he's concerned, obviously, about getting the virus because it's worse for people as you get older, right? And I'm no spring chicken either. I'm in my 40s too, but it's definitely a real concern, like we don't go to the mall, we don't go to movies, we don't go out to dinner, we haven't been out to dinner forever. We don't do any of those things that could be potentially risky. We will go to the store. I have been to Target. I have been to the grocery stores. when needed, but not just randomly running in and shopping or anything. Like, I wasn't a big shopper anyway, but like not going to the big malls or nothing like that. Like nothing. Everything we do online, we can. It's not because we're scared, it's because we're being smart, we're being cautious and stuff. And so, like when I can too, I go to the drive-thru. I don't go in any place, If I was going to pick up a coffee or whatever, I don't go running into the coffee shop. I drive through, and I wear my mask in the drive-thru. Do you guys do that? Is that weird? I do that. I just think it's like a polite thing, although most of the kids that are helping me are like, what is that lady doing? I'm like, hey, dude, I'm being nice to you. And I'm being nice to me too. But anyway, so there you go. There's my thoughts and feelings for the day. So now I'm going to be positive. I'm trying to focus on choosing the positive vibes by watching the sunrise this morning. And you watched it with me here. You saw it. It's beautiful. The reason why it looks really, really white is because we had snow last night. Let me see if I can show you. We got snow last night, quite a bit of snow. See, I walked outside to take that video. See the snow in the tree out there? You see that? Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. It is pretty. It's not super, super cold. I don't know how cold it is today, actually. I haven't checked that yet. But I went outside with the dogs. It's cold enough, let me just tell you. It's cold enough. So I put on my bracelet, and that's going to help me feel good. And I decided before I even got out of bed that I was going to listen to a positive, uplifting audio for a 3-part series, a class that I've done previously. And I'm in a monthly women's group, a Divine Feminine group. And there's a really great audio that I've been looking forward to listening to. So I'm going to do that. That'll connect me with my Divine Feminine, and then we'll see how the day goes. Now it's Sunday, so usually I do Sunday morning coffee with Bridgette, and I might do that. I might do an audio for that. And I haven't done it. Oh, I did a channeling. Oh, you guys, I gotta fill you in on this. So I did a channel. I was so excited. I did such a good channel. I think I did it like Thursday or Friday. I did a channel with a really cool person, Stephen Hawking. It was freaking awesome. It was like 28 minutes long, and it's gone. Had some weird thing happen with my phone and uploading it to the computer, and I've had some issues with my iPhone. I have an iPhone 11. Do you guys have that? And I've had it for about a year, I think now, and I haven't had a lot of luck with it, to be honest. I actually have been thinking I should just get an Android or something, and I've been an iPhone user for years, and I'm just really sick of this situation where I have issues with the technology on it. Isn't that weird? And I thought, gosh, maybe I'm just getting old and I don't know what I'm doing. My husband's an IT guy, and he's like, no, it's just something's not right. This has happened at least twice in the last year, and we've had issues with, like, it goes on a different mode, and then there's no sound, or it's sped up or whatever. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm not changing the settings. It's just weird. It's weird. And it takes a really long time because it films in high definition. And I know I can turn that off somehow. I have to figure that out. So it takes me like 30 minutes to upload a video, which is ridiculous on YouTube. So it takes forever to just do my job, So that was gone, and I was so excited about it. And it's not like you just sit down and I'll just do it again. It's like, that was like magic, man. I'm going to try to remember I'm going to try to kind of recount the conversation and talk about it and do another interview with him when I'm ready. But right now I am just pissed. I'm like, I guess I shouldn't be working as a channel. When I say working, I should be clear. I'm totally working in private sessions. I'm totally doing my small groups and stuff, but by doing channeling. Like, is that really working? It is, because it feels like work right now. It feels like this, oh, I have to do that. And that's kind of weird. Like, once stuff gets to that point where you feel like you have to do it, then it's not fun anymore. And I'm like, it's not like I'm getting paid a great amount of money or anything to work on YouTube. It's not like that. So I have to really enjoy it, I really have to believe and feel it and enjoy the connection and the contact with the person I'm talking to, or it's just not worth doing. And, you guys can see that. The audience can feel that vibe. Like, if I just show up just to grind it out, that's just ridiculous. Why To what purpose? For other people who don't really care about me personally at all as a person. They just want me to spin on my head and do a show for them. You know, it's like, I'm kind of frustrated with that feeling, that vibe. Lucky for me though, on my channels, I've been pretty lucky. I have been pretty lucky. I have a lot of really like kind-hearted, loving people who are so sweet to each other too, like in the comments. And so for those people, I will do whatever I can. I'll do backflips, you know, but not feeling that push demand kind of thing. The entitlement piece is really tough. I don't like that part. So anyway, what are you guys going to do today? What are you going to do today? As I'm looking at my hair, kind of doing its own thing, going, I wish I had a knit hat. I do have one. I should go grab it and just put it on my head. But look, my hair gets really, I have a lot of hair. Considering I have such white hair, I have a lot of it, don't I? Yes, I do. You notice every little thing if you're doing video. You think you notice everything on pictures, photos? You do Instagram or whatever? In video. Start doing YouTube. Then you'll notice every little wrinkle, every little like saggy, oh, my skin's getting a little saggy down here. Or every little freckle or mole or hair that sticks out or whatever. It's like, then you're like, oh, should I just not share that video because I've had this hair sticking out the whole time or whatever, you know? It's like, whatever. You trust me, you know, it's every little thing. I think I need to refill my green tea and listen to a positive, divine feminine audio. So what are you going to do, you guys? Tell me in the comments below what your plans are for the day. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for chatting with me this morning. Thanks for starting your day with me. I appreciate it. At some point here, I'll be putting some makeup on this face. I think I will. If I feel like channeling later, maybe I will. I don't really feel like it now, but it's hard to say because all of a sudden I'll get like inspired and maybe I'll do it. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't posted, I don't think. Oh, I did post during the inauguration. I did post this last week. I did post a channeling video. So I was going to say, otherwise it's been like a month. That's a long time. In YouTube world, that's like decades for people, I think. But I'm not a big channel, so I don't have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers that, you know, are like paying or like I don't have enough of revenue or things to be like dependent on any of that stuff. So that's good. I don't have that kind of pressure, but but YouTube time, it's like 10 years off. All right, you guys. Okay. All right. Have a good morning, okay? Make sure your coffee's hot and your tea is spicy. This is Bridgette. Thanks so much for watching on Fairy Grasshopper channel. Don't forget to subscribe because I do lots of different types of videos. I do card readings. I do other kinds of videos. This is the vlog that you're watching right now. And this Fairy Grasshopper is kind of an intimate space where I feel like I can really just share life with you too, as a psychic, as an intuitive, as a coach, and just be real with you, you know? So it gives you encouragement then to just live your life and not be so darn hard on yourself, you know? Because you deserve that kindness. You certainly do. All right. Thanks for being here. Have a good day, you guys.